Hello bakers and welcome to this demo session where I show you how the calculator is actually used. I've already stated the requirements already earlier on in the group. So as you can see now, this is an example of this is the environment where you just be inputting your values. That's how I said this is something that within 10 minutes or less than 10 minutes you are done calculating the cost of your product. So you see how fast it is. So what you do, as you can, I'm going to be showing you an example. So this way for this what you're seeing here are not real prices used, but these are actually just like old price or something like that for different sizes of cakes. Now you are the one that is going to decide the size of cakes you want to calculate for. So for this example, I just used all these you see here. So this is the cost for a single layer cake, as you can see. So you can navigate to the next page either by clicking the enter button on your PC keyboard tab, or you click on find next, or you simply just use the scroll bar below. So let me use the scroll bar. Next, number of layers. So as an example, as you saw the first one, it shows what single layer, which is one, which represents one here. One. So if I'm going to be using, let's say the recipe is for a 2-layer vanilla cake, for a 6-inch cake, I just simply come here and fix in 2 and go back to my scroll bar to the next one, and you see it gives you the total ingredient cost for vanilla. It's the total ingredients for same recipe, that's for just vanilla. So now let's get back of same recipe, so that's 2, right? Great. So the next thing is you go next. So it has given you the cost, as I said. Then the next thing is next. Now combo layers for different cakes. So you might want to pair up. Let's say you're doing a 7 inches cake of 3 layers. So this is what you do. So let's go back first. So I'll show you something. So this is the price for, let me get back again. So initially we said we're doing 3 layers example. So this is the cost for a single layer vanilla cake. Let's say I'm doing 3-layer cake, vanilla, chocolate and red velvet. So this is the cost for it, single one. So now when it comes to number of layers, I selected 1. That's 1 layer for same recipe. That's 1 layer of vanilla cake. When I click on the next button, this is the total cost for only the vanilla cake. Next button, you can see this. You can't fill in anything there. Now this is where you now come and give your item a recipe name. That's a chocolate cake. So you can actually do this for all the layers of cake. That's fixing the cost for all the layer of cakes here. But this is for example purpose. So this is size 7 inches. Let's say the cost for a size 7-inch cake costed me around 1,000. Let's say this is for example purpose. Let's say let me just say 980 naira. Then next, second one gives the opportunity of seeing the second recipe. As I said, 3 layers. Red velvet cake for 7 inches. Let's fix our price. Let's say it costed us around 995 naira. So all you need to do is next. So this, you don't have any other, you're not pairing up any other recipe. So you leave up these 3, 4. You can you see it has given you the grand total cost. That's for the 3 layers will cost you 2,812. That's it added your vanilla, everything, as you can see here. So this one now, size 7, as I'm showing an example, is for 3 layer, and this is for 6 inches double layer. Let's go. So you can see covering cost. It picks up your covering cost. You have a page that shows you where you should input the recipe for, whether you're using buttercream, fondant, or whatever. You input it, it calculates everything for you. So once you do that, here is locked. You don't have access to it. You just see your covering cost reflecting to you. So you just come and state what quantity, how many cakes are you covering for. Let's say for example, this is a buttercream cake. How many layers are we doing? We say we're doing 3 layers. Just input 3 layers. For the 6-inch, we say we're doing 2 layers. Just do that only. You can do that for all others. I'm just going to show you an example, and you see it gives me my total grand covering cost for the 2. Can you see? Great. So let's keep on heading on. It gives me my total direct cost. That is the cost for covering everything. So you can see for 3-layer cake, based on the example, 5,000. This for 2-layer, see the key cost. Now let's head on. Overhead cost. There's a a back end that shows you how to input all this. It automatically picks it up and fix it here for you, and it takes it through the whole layers. And you have opportunity of putting your profit percentage, which will be equal for all. You fix it here. You can see it's 30%, and it tells you your actual profit before your very eyes. This is something I said, less than 10 minutes you're done. Your hourly rate, if you in naira or what dollar, whatever is your currency, you fix it in. So you fix that in. I'm using Nigerian naira, 1,000 naira per hour. So you can fix in yours. Next, work hours. You should be able to determine the work hours, how many hours you attribute to that job. So you fix it in. Let me say for a 6-inch cake, it takes me roughly 7 hours to work from start to finish. For a 7 inches cake, maybe around 7 hours. This is just for example purposes. Sorry, 6 hours I said. Okay. Next, so it gives you your labor pay. 6,000 naira you should be able to pay yourself from this, and 7,000 naira goes for you for 7 inches cake. This is an example. You add in your cake wrapper costs. If you're using cake wrapper, if it's cake box, if you're using a cake wrapper, you fix it in. Cake wrapper, then cake board, you put in your board cost. For every size has a different cost for it for the board. Then others, if you have other things like your ribbons, whatever, you give it a compiled cost. You understand? So let's say for here, I'm going to I didn't add my box price. Let's say box and ribbon. Sorry, this is a board. So let's say boxes, my box, my ribbon, and others. Let's say cost 500 naira for 6 inches cake, and for 7, let's say cost 700 naira because we're using Nigerian currency. And at the end of the day, your minimum selling price is shown. Can you see that my vanilla cake, for example, should not go less than 13,000 naira? My 7 inches cake, 3-layer cake should not go less than 17,856. This is minimum. If there are toppings, other things, you top up, you just determine that one roughly. Like for instance, if you're going to add wine, chocolates, you buy that individually and you just add it to your minimum. So the most important thing is that you should be able to know the minimum you shouldn't drop, go less than. So this is it. So this is how the calculator works, and it's going at a discounted rate. And this is not something that you see anywhere. It's so simple and with good functionality. You can see in less than 10 minutes you're done imputing and calculating everything. If you were to do this manually, you know what is going to take your time, the frustration. So everything is done for you here. So if you know that you need this, do take advantage of the offer, discount offer currently on.